3 things that you could start doing to be a little bit more productive. Let's get right into it. Intro. What's going on, guys? My name is Legoute, and today we're going to talk about those 3 things that you can start doing to be more productive. You know, a lot of us, we have all these projects that we're working on, we have all these things that we're working on, and some of us are just not as productive as we'd like to be because we're either distracted by somebody else, something else. There's too many distractions out there not to allow yourself to be distracted nowadays, right? So yeah, in this video, we're really going to be diving deep into what you need to do to start being a little bit more productive. I say a little bit because I'm assuming that you're already productive, you know, because hey, let's face it, at the end of the day, we still do what we need to do. We just don't do it at an enough of a productive rate as we'd like to. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is pretty much for you to have your own personal space, right? So think of it as like your own little office, okay? And we don't all have access to our own offices. That's just life. That's just the way it works. Not everybody has an office to do what they need to do, okay? And this is we're speaking general right now. I'm not just targeting like entrepreneurs. You could have, you know, a project to do for your job. That office is really important. And you kind of have to think about that office as your own personal space. You kind of have to stop thinking about it as your job. Like, stop thinking about it as I'm going to work. No, think of it as I'm going to my personal space. Because when you start thinking about it as your own personal space, your mind automatically starts getting a lot more comfortable with where you are. And the more comfortable you are with where you're at, the better it is for you in terms of being more productive in your work. As you can see, like right now, I'm in my car. I'm recording this whole video in my car. I could have recorded it at home, but I just happen to be in my car, and I like being in my car. I'm comfortable in my car. So I also consider my car my personal space, which is why I'm able to make this video in my car. So that's just one thing that you really should keep in mind, because when you're at a place where you feel like you can actually do what you need to do, then you know it's a lot better for you. If I was at a gym right now, I'd not be able to make a video about things that would help you be more productive, you know. And that's just me. Some people can, but me personally, when I'm at a gym, I'm a lot more focused on working out than I am on being productive with other things, and in terms of like making a whole video. You know, I can't make a video if I'm in the gym. It's just like, that's just me. So I hope you guys understand where I'm going with the whole personal space thing. It's just, you'll see when you really pay attention to it. So that's number 1, you know, your own personal space, your own little office, whatever you want to do, your own car if you have a car, you know, go in there, just chill and do what you have to do, all right? That's the number 1 goal, is to make sure you do what you have to do. So remember, personal space, all right? Next up. So let's move on to number 2. The second thing that I want you guys to start thinking about is taking breaks. If you're not taking breaks, you know, if you're just sitting there, you're writing an article, you have to write an article, you have to write a blog post, that's your project that you need to work on, and you know, it's however long it is. Let's just say it's a super long article and it's going to take you about 3 hours. You're not going to sit there and write the whole article and do a great job if you're sitting there and you're doing it for 3 hours straight. You might do a great job, but you're not going to do your best. Like, you cannot stay completely focused for a super long amount of time. You know, some people can, most people cannot. Okay, so keep that in mind. Take breaks, all right? If you're writing an article that's going to take you 3 hours, take a break every hour. Take a break every 30 minutes. We're all different. We all need certain breaks. You know, you could take 1 break in those 3 hours, and that might be perfect for you, and you might be able to still give your best. But remember that, you know, you need to give yourself breaks. That's just it. And it doesn't have to be an hour break. It doesn't have to be a 30-minute break. You could take a little 5 minutes. Go look outside the window or something. Go take a little walk. go grab a cup of coffee and like not go straight back to your work or your project. That break matters. It does. And I want you guys to take that into consideration. Take your breaks. They matter. Okay, so let's go on and move on to number 3. So you made it to the big finale, and it's really, really simple. All right, so number 3 is taking things one step at a time. That's really it. You're working on a big project, you're working on your article, and you know what you want to write about, and you just dive right into it. Like, let's say your article is about how to build a car, and you literally just dive right into it. Like, okay, you need to build a car, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. All right? So basically what I'm saying is, in terms of like one step at a time, when it comes to that article, you want to sit there, and step 1, you want to tell yourself, okay, what exactly do I want to touch on in terms of how to build a car? Like, do I want to dive deep into the tech aspects, the mechanical aspects, the aesthetics? Like, what do I want to dig into the most? What do I want to dig into first? What do I want to portray? Like, you really want to break down your project into pretty much like tiny little goals. Like, when you talk about goals, you tell yourself, okay, like, I'll set my long-term goal, and then I'll set my short-term goals that are going to help me to achieve that long-term goal. You know what I'm saying? So those are basically the steps that you're breaking your project into when it comes to, relating those two. So again, remember, you need to break down your project into steps anyway, because there's no way you're going to build a building, without knowing where you're gonna put certain aspects of the foundation of the building, and those are your steps. Like, you have to take that step of knowing where to put this pole, that wire, this brick, that brick. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm saying this because it's really easy to forget to break things down into steps, and it happens a lot. And I'm speaking for myself, of course. I'm speaking for some people also that I do know that do this, but it's easy to forget to break things down into steps, is basically what I'm trying to say. And I want you guys to keep that in mind, so that the next time you're working on something, you have that in your head, so now you either remember it or your mind automatically just does it. All right, so number 3 is breaking things down into steps. All right, do not forget that. It is actually important. Break things down, okay? So those 3 things right there, to me, are really, really, really important. And if you put them all together, I promise you, like, any project that you're working on, anything that you're working on, you're gonna feel a lot more productive. And I know in the beginning of the video, I said a little bit more productive, but by a little bit, again, by a little bit, I am assuming that you're already being productive. So if you're not already being productive, then this will make you a lot more productive. All right, just putting those 3 things together, it's really as simple as it sounds. All right, just put those 3 things together, and I promise you, you will love it. All right, and actually, what I want you guys to do is, in the comment section below, comment. Let me know what it is that you guys are really struggling at in terms of staying productive. Like, what do you feel like you're doing wrong, basically, or what do you feel like you're missing, and why do you think that's affecting your productivity? Like, I want you guys to comment, leave a comment down below, and let me know. And I'll spend some time, and I'll read your comments, and I'll get back to you. Like, I'll let you know, like, okay, well, maybe this is what you should be doing instead, or I'll give you that advice, because I actually want to help you guys out. So go ahead and leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys think about why you're not being as productive as you'd love to be or you'd want to be. All right, so if you found this video helpful at all, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to keep up with any other videos that I upload in the future, don't forget to hit the notification bell, so you'll be the first to know when I upload a video. All right, so with that being said, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.